Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back on another episode of the Lewis Sports Network. It is your boy Lewis coming back at you once again with another heavy hitter banger with yet another video. Make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure your notifications are turned on, make sure you guys are sharing this on social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Happy Monday, beginning of the week. Hope everybody is having a wonderful and productive day. God bless all of you and salute to you. On to the video. So, tomorrow, Game 7 between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. The winner of that series gets to go on to the Western Conference Finals to face the Los Angeles Lakers, who dispatched the Houston Rockets in 5 games just last series in the semifinals. Now, the reason I'm talking about all this is I want to get on Doc Rivers, man. Doc Rivers, you blew a 3-1 lead when you were a coach of the Orlando Magic back in 2003 when you coached Tracy McGrady against that Detroit Pistons team. Remember, you were the 8th seed with the Magic. Detroit was the number 1 seed, and you choked the 3-1 lead. When T-Mac already had made the famous quote that it finally felt good to get to the second round, he played terrible the last 3 games. You probably didn't make any adjustments, most likely. And guess what? You lost the series 4 games to 3. You obviously, yes, you won the championship with the Boston Celtics, but you had a 3-1 lead with the Los Angeles Clippers back in 2015. Remember that? That was, with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan and them boys, right? 3-1 lead on the Rockets. And remember, in Game 6 of that series, the Rockets bench carried the way through for the most part in that 4th quarter in Game 6. And James Harden sat the majority of that 4th quarter, and you guys blew a 3-1 lead and lost that series 4-3. Here's what's on the line with you. Despite your 1 championship, if you lose this series to the Denver Nuggets, which there's a big possibility that they lose this series, not the Nuggets lose the series, The Nuggets, when Nikola Jokic said that the pressure is on the Clippers, he's absolutely right. Because remember, I originally had picked the Nuggets to lose this series, and I picked the Clippers to win in 5. It's not that the Nuggets are not a good team. I just thought that the Clippers would get their defense straight, but they haven't, obviously, and now we're in a Game 7. The Clippers have decided to lose both games in Games 5 and 6 in the 3rd quarter, and you can make a case that the Nuggets should have won this series 4 games to 2. You can make the case that the Dallas Mavericks probably pushed the Clippers in to 6 games, maybe win the series in the 1st round. Who knows? Because the Clippers have been that inconsistent, folks. So Doc Rivers, you lose Game 7 tomorrow night, you're getting fired. I believe you're going to get fired. And why? Because this would have been the 3rd series in your coaching career that you blew a 3-1 lead. 2 of them against the Clippers. And of the 12 teams that have come back from 3-1, you would have been a part of 3 of them. That means you would have made up 25% of the teams that have come back from a 3-1 deficit to win a series on your watch. That's what's on the line. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, those guys are on the line too. Because Kawhi Leonard went from getting coached by a nurse, then to a doc, and you still had to low manage. So that means it ain't getting any better. But y'all get what I mean by that. But anyway, goes from getting coached by a nurse to a doc. But anyway, being that as it may though, Kawhi Leonard, if you don't take the challenge defensively, it's not going to look good on you. No excuses, Los Angeles Clippers. No excuses. It's time to put up or shut up. Let's see what you're truly made of. Y'all can't act like this when things are going well for you guys, that all of a sudden it's like everything is good and the almighty Clippers are great. I originally had picked you guys to win, to probably go all the way because of the way you were constructed, had given you get your chemistry. But what you guys have shown me is you lack heart, you lack toughness, and you've looked like championship frauds, to be honest with you. So I'm going to say this again. What Clipper team is going to show up in Game 7? And something tells me in this game, I think the Nuggets are going to get off to a great start. I don't think the Nuggets are going to struggle again. I think this time the Nuggets, the confidence that they are able to come back, I think this time the Nuggets get off to a great start. And then I think it's going to be the Clippers that are battling from uphill. Now, if the Clippers get off to a slow start, then is Doc Rivers going to show his coaching prowess, or is he going to be making the same mistakes that he's been making pretty much these entire playoffs? Because I hate to say it, man, this is going to be this collapse is going to be even worse than the one that happened in 2015. Considering the pieces that you put together, all the hype that you guys had gotten from the offseason all the way up to this point, despite the Paul George missing 20 games, all these guys getting injured, it's all going to mean absolutely nothing if you don't win Game 7. It's going to mean absolutely nothing. And that just means that the Clipper curse is going to continue. So this is why I said that it's going to be more big on Doc Rivers, because you're already overrated and you're going to prove you're even more overrated if you lose this series. Because you got all this hype for winning 48 games with no All-Stars last year, taking the Warriors to 6 games. This year, you guys were predicted as title contenders. You guys don't get it done. Kawhi Leonard cannot be mentioned in the same breath as a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, when even if they want to say, well, they mean that Kawhi's patterning his game, learning from Kobe and Michael, because the thing is with Kawhi is not a vocal leader. He is supposed to lead by example, but he's really not doing that, and I don't know what's happened. I'm seeing two different Kawhi Leonards. I see a guy who is a step slow defensively. I see a guy who's really not taking the challenge to guard the best player late in games. I'm not seeing that Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is my favorite player, but the man is ducking smoke. He has been ducking the smoke in these playoffs. And Kawhi Leonard hasn't really been shooting well in the fourth quarter. So, basically, there's a lot on the line and there's a lot at stake. Doc Rivers, you don't get it done, your ass is gone, bro. Your ass is gone. So, like I said, I'm basically gonna eat crow, because if the Nuggets win, they win. And like I said, the Nuggets deserve all the credit in the world. They've been the aggressor in this series. It's a very good basketball team. And if the Nuggets do advance, I don't see them beating the Lakers. I got the Lakers going to the NBA Finals. And to be honest, with the way the Clippers are playing right now, it doesn't matter who comes out of this round. I originally picked the Clippers, but I'm going with the Lakers to go to the NBA Finals, with the way that the Clippers are looking. But like I said, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm going to stick with my pick, and I think the Clippers will win Game 7. I know people are going to say the Nuggets, but like I said before, I won't be surprised if the Nuggets win Game 7, because they've proven to be the comeback kids in this bubble. 3-1, down 3-1 against Utah. Right now, down 3-1 against the Clippers, and they forced a Game 7. Let's see what happens in this Game 7. But Doc Rivers, I'm talking to you, buddy. You blew a 3-1 lead as a coach of the Orlando Magic. You had a chance to get Tim Duncan, and you decided to turn him down over some stupidity back in the 2000 offseason, where you could have had him, Grant Hill, and T-Mac. Bam, that's done. You have one championship, and your 08 Celtics, your players, they ride that off like if they're a dynasty. They're a one championship dynasty, which I've never heard of. You blew a 3-1 lead against the number 2 seeded Rockets, and y'all had the same amount of wins at 56. But now, with all the hype that the Clippers have gotten, you lose this series, it's over, man. It's over. And Kawhi Leonard, it's going to be a stain on him if he doesn't get it done. Paul George, it's the same thing. Even if Paul George played well last game, Doc, you better keep your guys emotionally invested, check, and you're going to have to do some rotation changes, because if you don't, it's not going to look good, man. It's not going to look good. The Denver Nuggets are going to win. They'll win if you guys don't get it together. The only reason, like I said, I'm picking to win is that LA matchup, but I won't be surprised if the Nuggets win. And like I said, I give them a lot of credit. Murray, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., Jeremy Grant, all them boys are stepping up right now. Gary Harris stepped up in Game 6, and he had been struggling, and he had just came back from injury. So, Doc Rivers, Los Angeles Clippers, no excuses. All on the line, game 7, man. It's either put up or shut up time. What are you made of? You guys got the cojones to get this done? Beat the Nuggets to go on and face the Lakers? Or will you be remembered on the wrong side of the history and you're still part of that Clipper curse and it continues? You got a chance to change the curse and get to your first ever Western Conference Finals. But we're going to see what happens on Tuesday night. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.